Alright, doing the fuel pressure regulator on this 97 Bravada 4.3 Vortec. As you can see, all of that has been washed away because gas has been leaking from the fuel pressure regulator coming out of the vacuum port here. There's a diaphragm inside there, and the vacuum from the engine pulls it, and depending on how much vacuum it is, it gives it however much pressure it needs. But when it gets a hole in it, it'll spew out of that vacuum port, and the back two cylinders will be completely washed out. These two front ones aren't, but this back one is completely washed. And as you can see here, it comes out, and there's air sucking into here, so they come out, hit the side of this, and then go inside there. That's why it's washed like that. And the same thing over here on this side. Same deal. That's completely washed out, and as you can see, a little bit right here. For some reason, these two are completely washed out as well. I looked to check these lines, and they didn't look bad or anything, didn't have no completely washed away areas on them. So it's probably just that regulator. That little vacuum port on the regulator back there is kind of actually pointed a little bit towards that away anyway. So that's probably why. Since I got it completely out, if you want to change yours, there, the bolt here. Now these you don't have to take out. Well, you might have to actually. But I took it out because I didn't want to take the hose off the evaporator solenoid, evap solenoid, because it's a pain in the ass. You have two in the back here, one there, one here. Oh, and two up front here on the throttle body because it goes all the way down. They're like really long. And I took the throttle body off because I wanted to clean it out, and I had to replace the IAC valve here, and I wanted to clean out all the ports and stuff inside of it. Looks pretty nice in there now, not too bad. But in order to get that off, I'm going to shove some rags into those ports, because you got to undo that clip. Just push down on it with a screwdriver, kind of that away, and then over on that side, that away, and it'll come right off. And there's a wash spot right there. I didn't touch it with my finger. Huh. I don't know. Well, that's definitely the problem. It's a regulator. It's leaking out of the vacuum port. But anyway. Oh, and you don't have to take the vacuum line or the fuel lines loose. Just take out that bolt down there that holds that bracket on. And you can just move this up out of your way just enough to, do what you need to do. You don't have to go through the trouble and remove that back there, because then you have to take the distributor cap off and some of the wiring back there just to get to those fuel lines. And they're a 5/8 fuel line. That's about it, really. It's getting pretty cold out, so I want to hurry up and get this put on. Oh, and when you put your new regulator on, this one's a used one, but it only has like 130,000 miles on it, and that one in there has like 186. But this wasn't actually really crusty at all, so I think it'll be fine. But lubricate your O-ring. This one doesn't have an O-ring on it. It'll have this plastic washer, and it should have an O-ring. But I got a spare set of injectors over here. The O-ring's still in it, so if the O-ring in mine doesn't come out just like this one did, I'll just put some oil around mine and shove it in there. And when you go to put this platinum back on, oil this right here. really heavily, you'll get it on way easier. And that's pretty much it. You know, you got your brake booster lines, a whole bunch of connectors. I got them all wedged up off the side there. And there's that evap sensor I was talking about. And it does go in the intake, so you will need to take those bolts out anyway. That's about it. I just got everything put back together now. Finally. Well, so she starts, cycle the ignition on and off for a little bit. Get the fuel system primed up. Yep. 186 on her. There goes nothing. Well, I started up really fast. I don't hear any air leaks. Well, I think we fixed her. Sweet.